Good evening, and welcome to the Church by the Seas meditation. I'm Rev Barbara, and I was thinking tonight about the idea of intercession. We talk often in religious circles about intercessory prayer. You also can hear it within the Buddhist tradition as well. Intercessory prayer, of course, is the idea of praying on behalf of another. We pray each week on behalf of others during the pastoral prayer, and I'm sure all of you pray on behalf of another. But tonight, I want us to consider some of the writings of Paul and some of the ways in which meditation can also act as intercession. And of course, intercession being almost as if it's a triangle, where you have yourself and God and a person that you are praying for. Well, I imagine that others are doing the same for you, that they are praying on your behalf. Paul says in Philippians, I pray every time I think of you, constantly praying with joy. And then in Colossians we hear, we have not ceased praying for you. This idea of focusing our attention on our relationship to others and our relationship to God is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing to imagine that in prayer we send thoughts of love and hope and joy on behalf of another, and that perhaps someone is doing the same for us, and that God hears our prayers on their behalf. And so tonight, as we prepare for the meditation, as we prepare for this quiet time, this time of relationship with God, I want you to find a quiet place, something comfortable. Make a cup of tea or get a glass of water and begin to relax your body and let go of the day, breathing in and out. And as you do, I just want you to consider who or what situations come into your thoughts. Where do you need intercession? Who needs your help? And whose help do you need? Spend a few moments breathing, quieting the mind, and allowing these thoughts to float in and float out as we prepare for the meditation. And as you do, I invite you, if you wish, to listen to this piece of music. Jesus, in the Garden of Gethsemane, and at other times went up to the mountain or withdrew to the desert place, all to pray. We know a little bit about his prayers. We know on the cross he asked for God's intercession for himself. but that he also asked on behalf of his mother for help. But one wonders, what else did he pray for? Whom else did he pray for? We can imagine that every time he healed someone, he was praying over them, with them, on behalf of their lives. And his desire was to bring healing and hope through his actions and through his prayers. And so perhaps ours must be as well. So take a little time, and I want you to envision walking into the desert or up the mountain or into the boat to find that quiet place. Breathing in and out. Quietly relaxing the body, the mind, the spirit. Opening yourself up to be a vessel of intercession. Let go of your own thoughts, your own desires, your own hopes for others, and allow yourself to be a vessel. To hear who and in what circumstance does God want you to intercede and pray. Perhaps it will be for someone you're struggling with. Perhaps it will be almost a stranger. Perhaps it will be for a loved one, someone sick or someone well. Someone lonely or someone surrounded by others. Allow God to speak to you, to use you. And feel yourself a vessel for God's grace, God's goodness, God's healing and hope, as Jesus did. Be that vessel of love. And breathe in, breathe out. Try not to force the thoughts. Just let it flow. And sit in the quiet. As God decides how best to use this time. Quietly listening, humbly available, willing and open. Imagining you talking to God on behalf of another, and Jesus talking to God on behalf of you. Open your hearts, your minds, your very being, as you sit in quiet reflection.